Hey everyone, this is Julian. It has been a very long, extended break for us. Usually when the holidays start around the end of November, things slow down a lot in terms of video production on the channel. And, it's a trend that we want to break from. Hopefully we don't continue it later this year in 2019. One of the things we want to focus on this year is overall video production quality and consistency. It is something that we've tried to improve on throughout the past couple years. I mean, we started doing this in 2017, I think. So it is something that we want to improve on. But anyway, hello, hi. It's been a while. It feels weird actually being in front of a camera again or recording. When you do something pretty consistently and then stop for a while, it can be kind of rusty going back into it. So anyway, this is just kind of like a catch-up video letting you know that we're still here. I want to talk a little bit about what we plan for 2019 and reflect a little bit also on our 2018 year. So throughout 2018, we were pretty consistent, I think, with our videos. They kind of were erratic and all over the place. We didn't stick to any schedule, really. It was just kind of like we had an idea, let's make a video, or this game's out, let's do a few videos on it, let's review it, let's talk about it, things like that. They were all over the place. Uploads were happening any day of the week. Who knows, and that's something I think we want to fix for 2019, or at least have it not be as erratic, I guess. Just maybe time things better. And there is a rush, if you're a content creator for video games, like anything, you want to always kind of be relevant, right? You want to talk about the newest game that's out. You want to follow the trends. And I think that is something we focused on a bit too much last year. And we certainly will be doing that to some extent. I mean, we will be playing new games as they come out, at least ones that we're interested in. We work with developers occasionally who send us games to talk about on the channel. And when that happens, we're certainly going to continue doing it. But during the break that we had, I didn't do videos for almost a month. And during that break, I thought a lot about the channel in general, as a whole, I guess, and what the state of where it's at now, and where I hoped it would be throughout the rest of this year. And in doing so, thinking about those things, I began to think a lot about the original conception of this channel, like why we wanted to do it, and the overall theme and tone. I think the name itself, Memory Cards, we came up with that because we wanted to create a hub of sorts in which we could create videos, create content to share with people who were interested in it, that focused on video games and the history of them and why they're important to us, why they may be important to you, general like nostalgia stuff, right? Like the nature of a memory card in itself. Things that we felt were important to the zeitgeist of gaming. And the people I do this channel with, Jake, who makes videos all the time, and some other contributors, we all have a long history of video gaming. I myself, since the early 90s, I grew up in a time where home console gaming really was booming, and obviously it still is, but right when the Nintendo and Super Nintendo were coming out, followed by like Genesis was out. I was always playing Nintendo stuff, but it was growing up in that time. It's very special, right? Because we got to experience something that can't really be replicated, right? Because now there's such an ease of access to information that back in the day you would be playing a game and you may not have any idea what to expect. It's completely blind most of the time, which for can be bad, but also led to a lot of really cool moments. So that's kind of like the original idea we had, is that memory cards, what we were going to build out was going to be something that focused on nostalgia, but also stayed current with, current gaming, and perhaps like doing comparisons between older stuff and newer stuff. But nothing was ever really fully fleshed out, and that is hopefully going to change this year, in which we have more like specific video types and kind of narrow things down to a way that isn't kind of just all different directions. We want to focus on certain things, and hopefully that delivers an overall better experience for those who are in our community and watching our content. Another thing that we really want to do this year, a lot more of, which we only did a couple times last year, is streaming. Over this break, I did upgrade a lot of the equipment I have for making videos and streaming. I now have a green screen. Obviously, hopefully you can't see the green screen behind me, and I've edited it out, or at least tried to. I also have a light. You can't see that, that's out of frame, but it's illuminating my very ghostly white visage here. I need some sun. I spent too much time indoors recently. And then I got a new webcam, which is a way higher quality, and it's going to allow me to shoot better video and stream better quality as well. So I did upgrade a lot of my stuff, which is going to just lead to more enthusiasm that I have for wanting to create and wanting to be active on streams. And we're going to be doing a lot of streams on our YouTube channel, because we have obviously a bigger base there than we do on Twitch. I don't even think we have a Twitch account yet. So you'll see the notifications in your sub box that we're live streaming. So check it out every now and then. As for the short term, what we're going to be doing in the next couple weeks, during the end of December throughout early January, there's not a lot of video game releases. There's not a lot of stuff going on. That's why it's kind of easy to fall into this slumber and not produce any content, just because really there's not a lot to talk about. But this week we have Resident Evil 2 coming out. That's on Friday. And then next week we have Kingdom Hearts 3. And we're going to be having content for both of those games. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but I'll probably be streaming Resident Evil 2 on Friday. And then maybe we'll have a stream for Kingdom Hearts 3 next week. And we'll certainly have content with like reactions or our thoughts, impressions, things like that. We'll have that up on the channel in the next week or so. One last thing I want to mention, last year we did a few giveaways and we really liked doing them. And it's going to be something we're going to continue doing this year as well. At the end of last year in early December, we had a giveaway for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It was really easy to enter. All you needed to do was follow us on Twitter and retweet the original tweet. That's it, and you were entered to win a physical copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And obviously that giveaway is over now, but we're going to be doing stuff similar to that this year. I have some cool ideas, and it's going to all be stuff similar to that. It's not cheap V-Buck giveaways. It's going to be, full game release giveaways, things like that. I'm going to wrap the video up here, but thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you in a future video.